And we're live.
We're live.
Hey, everybody. It's Jeff
Hello,
from
everybody.
DW Bricks and Dave from that side, his channel. I probably pointed the wrong way. That side. So we will hopefully be joined later on by a few more. It is a busy week for me. I think Dave's been the same. Also a busy week in the Lego world, in that there's lots of different news and stuff. So we're gonna have quite a large news article or news section today, and we have a discussion later about one of the news articles that I'm going to save to the very end of it. That is the topic of tonight's chat. So I guess we'll get into the chat. And we'll see what Mr. Davy's doing.
What?
Well, I can't tell you what I'm doing because I'm the host. I'm supposed to talk to the guests.
You're supposed to do hosting responsibilities.
Not like that though.
No. Well, you could be on big screen.
So Dave, what are you up to? I'm just probably going to keep it half until something important.
So I finished my first run of 100 classic spaceships, and when I say classic spaceships, I mean Lego space from 1978 to 1999. So including Futron, Mtron, whatever. So I don't know why, but I just took it upon myself to try to build every single space set that they ever put out between 1978 to 1999. Mm-hmm. But instead of going from 1978 to 1999, I decided to go by set number first.
Okay.
And so my set numbers, I started with 6,800 because that's just the fun era of classic space sets.
Fair enough, yeah.
So 6,800 to 6,899. So there's 100 sets there-ish. There's some blank. Yeah. And I did them all. And I did them in all sets of 10. And I uploaded them to my YouTube channel. So there's 10 videos for the 10 sets of the 10 ranges. And so I decided after that, got those 100 done, I decided to go to 6,900. So 6,900 to 6,991.
Yes.
And so I got up to 6,901, and it was a UFO. And I realized that I did not have the minifig for that set. So I'm trying to go through all my minifigs now, and I sorted them out because they used to be all. Oops, they used to be all. No, yeah, sure. None of the guys fall off.
Literally used to be, because now they're all over the place.
They're all over the place. So I decided to put my minifigs on base plates. So this is my Mtron / Blacktron 2. Yeah, and this is and these are not all the ones I own, because again I already built the other sets that have the Mtron and the Blacktron guys in them. So and then this is my other themes, and they all fall off again. Ice Planet and Unitron and Spirius and blah blah blah. And this is going back to Futron and Mission to Mars, I think it was.
I have more of those characters than you do, I guess, because you don't have all of them.
And then I have a whole bin full of classic space guys, and that's just one bin that's full. And of course, I probably have 2 more bins that I could fill up with classic space. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to complete my minifigs to see what I have and what I can do. So that's how I'm running my life right now.
Cool. We have a Facebook user. I don't know who it is, but there's a Facebook user that's
hello, Facebook user.
So we had a couple other people on the chat. We're up to 4 for a moment. Actually, that Facebook user looks like they're no longer on. But anyway, so we'll see what happens.
Bye, Facebook user.
So cool. So you're busy building figs, which is a fun task.
Putting them all together.
Yeah, for sure.
I've
had a fun-filled week. I didn't really, I won't say I didn't build much, because I did build a couple of sets, but I spent the week with hanging out with my my good friend Janie. Yes, I think there are lots of orange space.
There was a few. I didn't get a lot. I got 6, I think, and that's good enough for me for now.
I've only got 3, so you've beat me by 3. How many of those books do you own?
I don't own one of the books. One of my friends who got the lug bulk, but sent me some, so it's very sweet.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that is sweet. Since I own 3 books and I have 3 figs. But yeah, I had a good friend up. You guys know her as Janie Redbrick, and we were here last Wednesday, and after an extremely warm evening, we decided to head back to my place for the week. So we went back to Peterborough, and we just arrived back. Spent the week there. We did a bunch of set partying and set building as well, and then came back this afternoon here, and tomorrow I go back home. So starting tomorrow, I'll be back in my build room again. Not that I wasn't there for the last 6 days, but yeah, I built. I have nothing here I have nothing here to show that I built in the past week, but I built the Monkey Kid spaceship or jet fighter thingy. I forget what it's called, unfortunately. And I built my butter yellow Fiat 500 yesterday.
Was that good?
It was kind of a fun build. Yeah, it's just a classic build. It's like a creator type style build, right? So it's basically 3 sets of bags, and it took me a couple hours to do. But I bought it for the color, and I enjoyed the build. Good night, Axel Plate. Thanks for tuning in for a few minutes.
Good night.
I thought he's saying hi by saying good night. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm assuming he's leaving because he's out in Europe. So yeah, but basically this weekend was just adding inventory to my store. Jamie had some stuff she wanted to sell out, so my store has a huge new, what do you call it? Influx of parts. We also went on Monday. We drove over to the local Mastermind Toys in Peterborough, and oh yeah, you just got here. Remember, it's 3. Yeah, I knew it was late there, but when you said good night, to me that means you're going to bed. But good night, evening,
good night.
Yeah. Anyway, I was home. Axle Plates. I was home I was home from Thursday till today, and we drove back up here this afternoon. It's a lot cooler here today, and I was dropping my friend back off. So tomorrow I'll head back to my house. So starting this week coming up, I'll be back at home. I actually dropped a video yesterday that was done from my house, so just to prove that I was home. But yeah, we can't say good morning, afternoon, or evening. No, it is in the middle of the night for you. So
yeah, we're not the Truman Show today.
Yeah, no. But yeah, we went to Mastermind Toys on Monday, and they already had the collectible minifigs out for Avengers, or for the Marvel What Ifs and those guys. So I ended up buying a box, and we split the sets between us. And we also got another round of Looney Tunes figs. I wanted some more in my store, and Janie wanted a set for herself, so we did that. But yeah, it was fun. We spent some time, hung out, lots of Lego talk.
Lego talk's the best talk.
Yeah, nice after summer. So, and it was a lot cooler too, which was nice. So, because I have I had air conditioning, and there isn't any here. But yeah, so that was our week, pretty much wraps up my week. I had lots of work too. I've been busy at work. Did a deployment on the weekends, and had to deal with issues with it for the past few days too. So hopefully that quiets down again. Sorry?
Work pays the bills. Work pays the bills, and work gives us more money to buy Lego.
Yeah, but work also prevents me from having fun. So actually, it was funny because I think it was yesterday. Janie was in the living room in my house, and she threw on YouTube, and she started watching your videos, Dave, for about 4 hours or so. So I heard your voice.
Sorry, Jay. Sorry for boring you.
I heard your voice on and on. It was like, oh, it's like Dave's here, even though he wasn't.
Yeah, even though I wasn't.
Yeah,
I was supposed to be there. That didn't happen.
Yeah, but that's understandable. Oh, Jeff is on from Ottawa, listening in as I drive back home. So you can't show him anything because,
he's not on. Yeah, he's driving.
Yeah. Another Facebook user saying hello.
Hello, Facebook user.
And yes, work is good because it does get you money to buy Lego. That is true. And Jeff, if you can't hear, Axel Plate is saying hi to you. Axel Plate, Jeff, Jedstar is Jeff. We call him Jeff because we know him. Jedstar Tube.
Jedstar's good.
Jedstar YouTube. Jeff's got a weird name.
We like
should just
Jeff.
change it to Jeff, like the rest of us. But anyways, so, but yeah, Dave Sincere said he would join us shortly. So I guess we will jump into news now, a little early, but that's 10 minutes. We can jump into news. When Dave shows up, we'll take a break from news and go back to see what he's doing. So let me just share my screen here for a minute. Share screen. I don't want to share the screen with me on it. I want to share a screen without on it. And Axel played, I'm going to pop that up in a few moments, but yes, we will be talking about the bulldozer. The cat bulldozer. That's one of the news items. There is a lot of news this week. So first we'll jump into this piece of news. As you know, September 1st, so there's actually a few new sets out. Not a lot in this wave or not a lot in this week or in this month, but still some. So first one being the Mandalorian Forge, the Armorer's Mandalorian Forge. So another way to get some Mandalorian troopers, Mandalorian soldiers, whatever you want to call them.
Mando.
Actually, technically, we'll start here. So actually, the first thing was Advent calendars. Coincidentally, my Mastermind Toys had most of these. So the Friends, there's 5 Advent calendars this year. Now these are Canadian, these are American prices, but I think they're, if I'm right, they're $39.99 Canadian for the cheaper ones and $50, $49.99 Canadian for the other 3. So Friends and City calendars. There's also Star Wars, Marvel, Avengers, and Harry Potter. And yes, Patrick, the blue flames are awesome. We'll have a look at that one in a moment as we scroll down, because that picture was just to get people's attention. So also we have the Jurassic World sets have been come out. So there's 5 different Jurassic World sets. 4 different Jurassic World sets. If anybody likes dinosaurs, there's probably a few new dinosaur molds and stuff in here. The Marvel What If characters and the Marvel Disney Plus TV show characters have come out as well. $4.99. This is one of the few things that's the same price in the US and Canada.
That'd be a thing.
Yeah. So if anybody's coming in from the States and wants to buy minifigs, just buy them here because they're cheaper if you can find them. But that's a different story. Although I was able to find them 2 days early. Anyway, and then the Mandalorian Forge that we talked about earlier. And yeah, the blue flames here in the center are pretty cool. So it's an interesting little set. Probably about probably about 39 Canadian. Maybe 30, maybe 45. Not sure exactly, but anyway. Yeah, the minifigs, at least Shop at Home has a limit of 16. However, and actually let me just see if I can find that one. However, I'm just trying to, there is on Shop at Home right now, and I don't know if it's still available. There is a collectible, there's a 6-pack of the Marvel figures, and you're allowed to buy 3 6-packs. So same price. And last time they did this was with the Looney Tunes, and the 6-pack actually had, if you bought 2 of them, chances are you would get one of each. Like you get a full 12 set now, unless you got 2 boxes the same. So buying the 3 boxes, I would probably give you a better guarantee of getting them. But I mean, technically now you could buy 3 boxes of this while they're available. You get 18 figs that way, plus 16 figs through the other way. So if you want a lot of extras, you can kind of cheat the system.
That's fun though.
Lego hasn't closed the loophole on that one yet. So, yeah, that's it for those new sets. Now there was supposed to be another set coming out this week, which was at least in North America, which was the new Harry Potter Hogwarts Icon Collector's Edition. That's a lot to say in one sentence. It's been delayed, I believe, to the 15th of the month. Yeah, starting September 15th. Sorry, it will be available here. It was supposed to come out technically tomorrow, but it was delayed due to shipping-related reasons, from what I can tell. So anybody looking for that one, it'll be out outside North America, it'll be out tomorrow. Otherwise, it'll be out in a week or 2, a couple of weeks from now. In 3,000 pieces. That's a pretty good piece count for that set. So let's see what else we got. I just came across this today, a Lego home wooden collection coming soon from Room Copenhagen. So I guess there's a company called Room Copenhagen. I don't know if they're specifically for the European market, but they've got a bunch of the Lego related items that were in plastic, and they're coming out in a wooden form. And yeah, actually, you get 50% chance to get the 2 full sets with those 6-pack boxes. And Dave or me, will we get the Harry Potter owl? I'm not really planning on it unless one of my kids wants it. But I'm not really spending a lot on the big sets these days. Of course, that being said, when the big set comes out in the near future, don't judge me for spending money on it.
Pretty much.
But yeah, so this basically looks like they're taking the existing plastic versions of the coat hangers that they've had in some of the containers and putting them into a wooden form, which is really nice looking. These picture frames and stuff. I mean, I wish I knew someone who could do woodworking that could just make this for us for free or cheap, Dave. No, just joking.
I need a CNC.
This is true. It's amazing. I've watched a few home improvement or types of those shows, and you see people that just go to their wood shop and literally pull out, like, they have their own laser cutters and stuff, and like CNC routers, and I'm like, wow.
Fun to watch.
I always expected them to be expensive, but I guess not. Next up, we have the Lego Technic Cat D11 bulldozer. It's app controlled, so Bluetooth controlled, and it's a massive set. It is 3,800 pieces, and it is available October 1st, retailing for $449 US. So 550 Canadian. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I haven't actually checked that one out. But it is massive. It comes with a new tread piece, from what I can tell. That looks to be 7 wide or 8 wide. It's hard to see for sure. And I don't know if there's a better picture of it in here. You know what? I might open up Lego Shop at Home to see if we can get a better picture. Yeah, there's a good shot from the back. So I mean, this is 3 studs. This is 3 studs here. So they're at least 7 wide, if not 7.5, or if not 8. So, but this thing is massive. So, anyway. Don't know if I'd even want to get that too, but
that looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, those drawers, I don't know. I was looking at them and I don't know that they're going to click together, because I thought the bottom of the drawers looked fairly low, but at the same time, it would make sense if they did, because then it would be more Lego related. Let me just pull those back up for a second and have a look again. Luckily, we can do that. Yeah, see, they look pretty low, but at the same time, the stud height is not bad, so... And actually, now that I think about it, I think there was a picture higher up when they show the room. Yeah, they do click together. So that's pretty cool. So, it costs the same as the Lieber. Yeah, for that. And I know it's definitely more than 5 studs wide, because looking at those pictures, looking at the back here, because like these 2 Technicals are definitely 1 stud apart. So you're looking at least 6, if not 7 studs wide. But that's my call. Don't quote me on that. We'll find out in a month or so when someone reviews it. Although I think someone already probably has reviewed it by now. So let's see, what else have we got? We can close that. Bricklink Designer Program Round 2. There has been announced. The projects have been shown. So we'll quickly go through these. It looks like there's 9 of them. So there's a mountain windmill.
Well, that's cute.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. It's castle themed, I would say, ish, or maybe castle themed. Science adventures, so like a little collectible or little few vignettes of sciencey stuff. Retro bowling alley. This one actually looks pretty cool, but I'm thinking this is going to top out the price range for sure. The Brick West Studios, which is like the old Western scene, but it's also got a movie shoot going on around it. Hello, we have someone here.
Hey.
Bonjour.
We're just going through the Bricklink Designer Program. I'll just start from the top again quickly, because there's a mountain windmill. Science Invention. This is round 2. The bowling alley, Brick West Studios, which I was just talking about, an old ruined house, which is kind of interesting, but
well, it's interesting if you're doing a like a display or World War II display, or
that's what I was kind of thinking.
Post-apocalyptic
display. Yeah,
post-apocalyptic zombies, those types of themes. Axel. And medieval sets do well on ideas. Yeah, that's for sure they do. There's also this seasons and turn calendar, which is a pretty cool idea because there's different vignettes for different times of the year. And from what I understood, all the vignettes fit inside somehow. I'm not sure how that one works. But it'd be interesting to see. It looks like it'd be too much to do that, but maybe if you disassemble them a bit, it would.
Probably if you disassemble, and it looks like it has some drawers or.
Yeah, there's definitely here, and I would assume these things on the side are maybe drawers. Or something.
Probably you could like disassemble the different vignettes and put them inside.
Yeah. And then the Clockwork Aquarium. So it's a fish swim around the aquarium. I think we looked at this one in the past. I can't remember if we actually did or not, but
no, I don't think so. I don't remember.
Yeah, you could definitely put Kobe tanks beside the ruined house, or build your own Lego one. Modular Lego store, which is kind of cool. I'd debate this one, or just build my own. I'm not sure, but still be kind of interesting.
Yep.
This one is actually kind of cool. A quest builder kit, where you can for Dungeons and Dragons type gaming or that type of role playing game.
That looks like fun.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of the Heroica sets they used to do. Only this is like a walled, more structure and kind of interesting that way. So. All right, we'll take a break for a couple of seconds and just focus on Dave because, he was late. And just see what he's been doing. What are you been doing, Dave?
I'm actually on vacation this week. But
are you? So what'd you build?
Yeah, I actually built my Iron Man Hall of Fame set.
Okay, cool.
And I built it because my younger son wanted to build it with me because he was off. Because we're starting school here in Quebec. That's why I took the week off because my wife actually she's starting her own group in kindergarten. So why are you looking like me like that, Jeff? You're disturbing me. So that's why I took the week off to be with the kids, and because school is starting, and my youngest is actually started school. So
wow.
So
mine are starting back on. Well, everybody in at least I was gonna say the northern states and in Canada are pretty much starting back this week coming up. So. But yes, continue.
So basically, I built the Iron Man Hall of Armor. That's what I did with my youngest son, and I just came from a meeting because we're trying to put together a show for this fall, but it's not looking good right now because
hard to find event space.
We were hoping to rent a gymnasium in the school, and apparently the rules of the sanitary rules in Quebec and the sanitary rules of the school are not the same. The school only allows 25 per person in the gymnasium at all time. So if you have 25 people, 25 AFOs, you cannot admit anyone. So
well, that sounds fun.
Basically, that puts a wrench in our desire to do something in this fall. So we're probably gonna re-aim for this spring, either in April or May 2022.
Cool.
That's okay though.
Yeah, I mean,
and we need to do that like sort of small show, one day show because
Hey,
the
Brickman.
profits from that show will go towards
Yeah.
organizing our big convention or big event. So
Yeah. You need a little starting
yeah,
funds to get things going. Yeah, makes
yeah.
sense.
So that's it. That's basically what I've been doing
Cool.
this past week.
Cool. Yeah, it's frustrating trying to figure things out, organizational rise and stuff like that.
And the worst part is that that starting today in Quebec we have the vaccine passport. You have to show that you've been vaccinated to participate in, say, non-essential activities like
okay.
visiting a restaurant, going to the restaurant and the dining room, or either going to the movies, or so.
Yeah.
And we had all that figured out. I already had the application on my phone. I already tested it, so I could verify if any of the visitors would have been vaccinated. And
Gotcha.
but
Yeah.
but if the school won't allow us to make the show, it kind of puts a wrench in the, because either that or we have to find another place, and other places are more expensive. And
Yeah, for sure.
The plan to do that in a gymnasium was that if by any chance things get worse and we have to cancel everything, you don't have to pay that much of a penalty if you're renting a gymnasium in a school, or in regards to renting a room or a ballroom in a hotel. So.
Great.
Yeah, we've got a Facebook watcher in Alberta saying that at least you guys have COVID rules, like you guys. Like Ontario just announced today that we were going to be implementing the passport as well. And I read an article quickly that just was saying like everybody, or the government's like, yay, we're doing good. And meanwhile, like other provinces like Quebec have had it already for a while and have implemented it today, and we're just talking about it still.
Yeah.
So, but I'll be happy to see it. My work actually just released a notice yesterday saying if you're coming into the office, you have to be vaccinated by October, and they want all employees to be vaccinated by January, regardless of if they're working from home or not. Like they're mandating it, and we have to prove it.
Wow.
So, and my company is like across Canada, so it'll be.
Well, it's in the air because all the federal employees and all they have to be vaccinated because it's what Justin Trudeau announced. And over here in Quebec, everybody in the healthcare system, it was announced that everybody will have to be vaccinated in working the healthcare system. And they're talking about also doing it mandatory for teachers and preschool educators. So it's in the air. Everybody is.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Sorry, Patrick. No, we're not. We're trying, but it's really hard.
I'll be there next year.
Yeah. Barring any issues, I'll try and be there too.
We're still aiming for 2022 to have our Bricomanie convention in November 2022. We just have to, but we're preparing, and we're putting things down, because if it's not happening this fall, it will happen in hopefully this spring.
Yeah, hopefully
it'll happen.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right, why don't we jump back into the news? So we talked about a few things already. We talked about the Cat D11. There's a few, like that was the last week announcement. This week there's been a bunch of announcements too. The one, probably the more, I won't say important one, but the one of the more interesting ones is a new Tumbler being revealed. Actually, sorry, this is the smaller one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the smaller one. That's the big one.
Oh, that's pre-order. I think I got the wrong article. Anyways, 2 tumblers. There's the large one, 2,000 pieces, coming with a Batman and a Joker fig, and then there's the other smaller one with Batman and Scarecrow, which I just read a few seconds ago. Looks like they'll both be. The smaller one is October 1st release. The bigger one is November 1st. just in time for Christmas.
Probably gonna get the small one.
Yeah,
it looks good.
Yeah, I like the movie. I like the Tumbler in the movie. I'm not a big fan of these ones. I don't know. Just kind of meh, if you ask me. Although it was interesting because it looks like this one actually has a turntable.
Yeah, it does.
Which is
It
kind of
actually
cool.
does. And the this new model, I read that it actually has 200 pieces more than the previous version.
Oh, so is it basically a rebuild or just a re-release? Except for with some
No,
extra pieces?
it's a more, I think it's a more advanced and more
Okay, so they
intricate
rebuilt it
model because
from
it has
scratch.
200. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
because
So
we already had the UCS Tumbler, if you
yeah,
remember correctly.
yeah.
This model is actually bigger. If in terms of pieces, it's actually better, and it's not that more expensive. If you look at the price ratio per piece, it's actually quite
pretty close. Yeah. Well, 229 American. So what was it, like 270 probably Canadian?
probably 280.
280?
I think we're talking 289.99 for in Canadian dollars.
So unfortunately, all the Lego news is in American and never in Canadian dollars. Apparently, the U.S. market is a little more important or bigger. But anyways, let's see what else we got here. Also officially announced today, was the new stadium for the Spanish team, FC Barcelona.
Yeah, the timing of that announcement is kind of sucky.
Why?
Because the club just announced that they just transfer their biggest player to another team.
Okay.
And the reason why they transferred actually we're talking about Messi, the all-time favorite player for FC Barcelona, and the reason why they transfer him is they couldn't pay him.
Okay.
They couldn't pay him. They're like the club is like in debt. It's the most popular and the most renowned football club in all of the world probably, and the club is like so much indebted that it cannot pay its greatest player.
Players, yeah.
Interesting.
Well, hopefully they get a little money out of this deal, I guess, to help them out. But I mean, like these things are probably planned usually planned 1 to 2 years in advance too. So it's not like they would know what's happening. And but yeah, they could have probably announced it a week or two ago to try and. But I mean, who knew other than maybe the general management of the stadium or of the team itself, the club, right? So but it's a cool looking structure. I mean, I don't know that I didn't buy the last one. I probably won't buy this one, but I mean, it's a cool looking building for sure.
Yeah, and generally speaking, it looks spot on.
Yeah,
it looks spot on.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
If you see the pictures of the real stadium, it's quite spot on.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So, and I believe if you purchase this set, you can get an additional set with it, which is a little FC Barcelona cheer squad, I guess, or some fans.
So it's going to help refinance the club.
Yeah. To refinance, yes, exactly. It's the best fundraisers for the club. Yeah. So it's a cool little set. Like I said, I'm assuming I don't see anything here. It doesn't say how that you can get this set, but I mean, the last time they did, like the Coliseum, they had the little gift with that because it was related little chariot. So I'm assuming that this set is probably going to be the same idea. I mean, if the set's available either ways, I might get it because it's kind of a cool little fig pack. You get a nice wheelchair and stuff too. So
probably going to be announced for an October promotion because there's absolutely nothing being promoted in September. So
I know that now.
According to the calendar, the Lego calendar, there's absolutely nothing.
So since you mentioned that, I'm going to jump to something a little bit further in the trail here, which is apparently there is a Disney promotion coming up for a miniature castle. It was spotted in Lego's building instruction portal. There were no pictures, but the information was there. So just like the name of the set and stuff. So there's there. It just basically says that Mini Disney Castle as the name. So there's not really any information on this one as well, but there's talk about this might be a gift of purchase or something like that. So just kind of mentioning it just as another gift of purchase. So again, maybe December, maybe November, maybe October, who knows? But yeah, let's jump back, close that one. Another small tidbit, Matthew Ashton, the designer of the Everyone is Awesome set, has been teasing on Instagram for the past week or so that there's another set that he designed coming in the next couple of weeks. So I mean, we're working up to the holiday season, so not sure what the set will be, but just it'll
be fun.
It's going to probably be a bit busy couple of weeks
we're slowly going to the holiday season, but we're also coming closer and closer to 2022. So
yeah, that's for
probably, sure. And we all know that there's a boatload of sets that gets released on January 1st. So
yep. So there's going to be lots of announcements for sure in the next few months. 4 months, I guess, since we're into September now. Next up, we have just this one that I came across on Brickset. Apparently, there's a shoe store in Czechoslovakia or in Czech Republic. I guess Czech Republic is the proper name these days. That has the Adidas shoe. That has their own version of the Adidas shoe with some extra pieces, 243 extra parts, and a sticker sheet that will allow you to convert the Adidas shoe set into their branded shoe that they have which is an exclusive for them for their store. So they have their own exclusive set of Adidas shoes that they sell in their chain. And I'm like, this kind of ties in a little bit with what we're talking about in a little while. So I just thought I'd mention it. But just kind of a weird thing that, I don't understand why people would want to buy a Lego shoe. I mean, I was talking to someone earlier this week, and they're like, I like the idea. I'd totally buy one. And I'm like, why?
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, does it come with...
I wouldn't buy a Lego shoe. I wouldn't buy... I'm not going to buy a Lego shoe.
No, exactly. I mean, I'd afraid to start getting stinky after a while, right? It's a shoe. That's what they do. So, next up...
display a shoe made of Lego.
Next up,
I mean, if you're a collector of sneakers, yeah, sure, you have lots of sneakers, and you add a Lego sneaker in there. But if you're a Lego collector, why would you have a Lego?
Yeah, exactly. I can see that if you're a shoe collector, yeah, sure, fine, and you kind of like Lego. It's a way to get into the Lego hobby. And Axel's saying, why buy Lego? That is the question. I'm wondering if he's saying why not buy it because it's Lego, but. I mean, we want to buy Lego because it's Lego.
That's right.
Yeah, but you don't want to buy a Lego shoe.
Yeah. So this kind of is a bit of a teaser of our conversation later on. There's apparently a new Fiat 500 set, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. Anyhow, we'll cover it more. But it became available today in the UK. Again, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But because it became available, there's 48 new parts that are going to be available in light royal blue, which is... bright light blue, I think is the color on Bricklink. So kind of interesting. And we'll look at that in a few minutes. We'll have a little teaser of some of the parts that are coming out that have been released in September 1st because we had new sets today too. But I just thought I'd pull that up because it's a nice color. I was actually looking at my inventory of this color today in my collection, and I have I've got a couple probably got about, I'm just trying to think, about 20, 25 different pieces of like different types of pieces. But
can you make a Fiat 500?
No, because there's 48 new parts that have never existed in that color.
Oh.
I could make it in butter yellow because that's what I did like a couple of days ago. Bright light yellow. Actually, I did it last night because I bought that set on August 1st. Just because I'm that far behind with buying sets, and I wanted
any Technic beams that are in these brand new colors?
No. We'll check in a minute, Dave. But I was going to say the Fiat had dark bluish gray, so that doesn't really help you, though.
No, because I already got that one.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of which, that can get closed. Oh, no, this is probably... As I mentioned, there's 167 new parts. We're just going to quickly scroll through just some of them. There's parts from like that Fiat, like we were talking about, Jurassic Park. There's some new dinosaur bits.
That holder is the first one. That holder is like
pretty cool.
Brand new part. I've never seen that before.
It has been available in other part sets. I have seen it for a little while. Let's just pull it up because we're curious. We'll get to, well, no, we can do it right now. It's available in 8 sets. In purple, dark gray, and this that
Never seen that piece before.
Yeah, it's let's go dark gray. Ninjago sets and Monkey Kid sets. So
here we go.
If you haven't collected them, that's probably why you haven't seen them.
I haven't collected any of them. So
but I mean the brackets in the light blue, like I said, bunch of dinosaur bits. More light blue parts. Cool yellow 2x4 brick. I don't know.
Cool yellow.
Cool yellow. Yeah, I'd have to see what that one maps up to.
Cool yellow.
Yeah, what? that's the Lego color. It's in the Mighty Dinosaur. Coincidentally, another set that we'll talk about shortly. There's a lot of foreshadowing.
You're hinting on our subject tonight.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Some dark orange parts. There's nothing really necessarily new, I would say. Just new colors, recolors, new prints. There's a couple of prints
Jurassic World. That Jurassic Park tile looks good.
Yeah.
The round yellow one.
Oh, I'll go back. Where is it? Oh, this one. Yeah. Yeah, it's the bright orange, I think it was called, or it's the what I call Chima orange.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue's joined us.
Hello, Mr. Blue.
Hey, Blue.
You saying hi to everybody? Okay, page 2. Some other windows that have come out in
brown
different
frog.
Dark red.
Reddish brown frog.
Yeah, reddish brown frog. Although I thought the brown frogs were out in the past. But
apparently not.
Okay. Some new panels or some new wedges. So this is carrying over some of the stuff from August 1st too, because these the Friends Advent calendar comes with mini dolls this time as opposed to the big kids. So we're getting these are a lot of the Advent calendar parts. Dave the space gun in the gold color.
Okay, that's cool. I can
so now you can make a golden.
Or you can make a steampunk 918.
Yeah, there you go. Steampunk 928 or 924.
918.
918.
Yeah, 918. Yeah.
I did that. Could have used that.
No, and Rick Albrecht counts says hi to us. He's doing a stream as well. We noticed a few minutes ago before we started the stream. White helmet for a Iron Man, for the Iron Man snowman in the Marvel set.
Cute.
Again, Mandalorian helmets, bunch of torsos. Not going to go over all this, but more light blue, some sand blue pieces. Oh no, that's medium stone gray, but there's a sand blue bar clip. Dark tan doors, and left and right, like the car doors. I haven't seen those ones before.
They could be cool if you're doing
for sure. A couple more slopes. That's about it. Just random pieces. Nothing really new. Like I said, new reprints and stuff, but not any physically new parts, but just some recolors. So we can get rid of that one. We can get rid of the butter one.
Has been broadened.
We hope that the borders open up shortly to the Americas, because in 19 weeks I'd like to go here. But anyway, every week it goes
Joe
down.
Biden, if you're listening, open the border.
Yeah.
Jeff wants to come in.
Yeah. So the big controversial news, I'll say, because I think it is a little bit controversial. It's kind of 2 or 3 sided type thing, is that Lego, as we've been talking about the weird sets that we're seeing, Lego has announced a pilot program to offer sets in different colors to either different like stores in markets, or in general, just different colors available for the same set. So I mean, this Fiat, which like I said, I just built yesterday in bright yellow, or in the yellow shade, is officially available today at a few UK based retailers in the bright blue, in this light blue color. Now that's the first thing. So Lego's got 5 different sets that they're test marketing in the UK. So we also have a lot of people complaining that, why are you doing it all in the UK? I thought you were doing all, Lego was selling all sets to all areas. This is a test market. They're just testing out to see how it sells. This also creates problems, because if I want this set, I'm now going to buy from a store in the UK or have someone in the UK ship it to me. Doesn't really help your numbers, right? It doesn't really help your stats, because you don't know if people are buying it because it's now collectible, maybe hard to get. We don't know if this will ever appear in the United States market or in the North American market, or the rest of the European market.
If you're a completist, you want that set.
This is just so annoying, because they've already walked on this path before when they released dinosaurs in the US and Vikings in Europe. And I'm going, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Because I wanted the Vikings. Those were the best sets ever.
I got most of the Viking sets in North America. Like I got them
after the big protest.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize they had done it afterwards.
If I remember correctly, the first year Dinosaurs was released in North America and Vikings was released in Europe. And then the Vikings, because I think we were still on Mugnet back then, it was a huge furore saying, dudes, like Vikings in the US. Are you kidding? Everybody's going to buy those sets. They've been here before, and they're doing the same mistake again. Yeah. It's astounding. Like 2 decades later, they're doing it again.
They have stated that this is a test market, and yes, they probably shot themselves in the foot a couple of years ago, where we said all sets will be available in all markets.
Yeah.
But
that was a big, bold statement, and now you're not following through with it. So
yeah. So there's also the Mighty Dinosaur set available in brown and dark blue. So 2 different colors being sold in 2 different stores in the UK.
Where do we see like that dinosaur comes in like 6 different colors?
Well, this will be now the second and third color.
Okay.
So, but I mean, the idea eventually would be you log on the Lego, and like you're buying a T-shirt, it's like, oh, do you want this color, this color, this color, or this color?
Yeah,
and you choose the color you want. And and technically their designers now they can make one product and have it available in
6 different colors. Sure.
Yeah. And Lego profits, because someone's going to want to buy them all.
Doesn't that like complicate things for designers, because the Lego palette of pieces and colors was limited at one time. And they clearly stated that they're going to limit the palette of different pieces and different colors to about 40,000 elements, I think, at one time. So if you're putting new elements in, you got to take some elements out. Yeah. So if you're producing kits in 3 or 4 different colors, doesn't that make a problem for either the designers, or you're widening the palette of elements available?
So I'm assuming. So what I did read about this particular one was that, or about some of these, was that if they are just doing a color swap, they don't have to go through some kind of an extra approval process. But if they have to replace a 1x4 plate with 2, or like a 1x8 plate with 2 1x4s, or tile, or that type of stuff, then they do have to go through an approval process that's extra. So my thought is, if this works, then probably from now on in future sets, they'll already say, okay, here's our main set, and we're going to have color choice A and B as well. And they'll probably all roll it together in one and figure it out, right? But yes, I mean, you are increasing the palette. At the same time, I don't mind that, because I can use some of these colors in other parts, or some of these parts in other colors. So, I mean, there's that. The most interesting one was the fire station. It looks like they have taken an existing fire station and broken it into 2 sets. At least that's how I was reading it, that they've made basically a 6+ fire station and the larger one. Now, I don't know if that's really what's happened. That's kind of what I read earlier, and I was a little confused by it. So if anybody in chat knows, that would be great, or if either of you guys have heard. I'm just going to, speaking of chat, we are doing well tonight, Mr. Blue. And we ate well, too, I think. None of us look hungry. Just kidding around.
I had some hot dogs.
Well, okay, Dave might be hungry in a little bit. And yes, the UK has a lot of extra import measures as well. So even ordering sets from the UK is probably going to cost us some money, I think. But import is coming into the UK, so I'm not sure how that really works. But there's probably extra costs as well. Yeah, so and those dinosaurs were in different stores. So I mean, this from the North American point of view, maybe not the Canadian point of view, but North American, you'd have one dinosaur at Costco or one dinosaur at Walmart, one at Target, one at Costco, maybe, and all three of them would still be available at Shop at Home.
Or one at Toys R Us over here.
One at Toys R Us here in Canada, yeah. Coincidentally, I did hear something news that Toys R Us was reopening in the United States.
That another by the Canadian company this time.
It's been on the news like since they closed up. Every once in a while, there's a rumor that Toys R Us is reopening in the US, and it's not happening.
Well, so apparently, this is the first time I read it, so it's news to me. Okay,
it's news to me too.
I'm gonna believe it when it happens.
Here, this is for Dave. This is for Dave St. Cyr right there.
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
what are you doing to me?
Hold on, I'm full screening you.
Sorry, because I'm getting all my minifigs organized. And so that's the most, and this is my red and blue. But you
only have 6 blue.
Well, again, I built all those sets from 1600 to 6899, so I got like a dozen blue over in there.
Dave. I know for a fact that you have at least 12 of the Jenny, Benny, Lenny, and Kenny sets, because I have 12 different instructions in a box that's labeled with your name on it. So I know you have at least 12 of those guys.
I'm looking for them right now, actually. I don't see any.
So if anybody in chat sees that Dave's got like a blue fig and a yellow fig and a red, or like a pink and a red together in the same tray, he's colorblind. We'll go easy on him.
Wait.
Oh, hold on.
All the pinks are separate. Look, pink's right there.
Hold on. Okay. Well, I don't know who to put first. So
pink. Mine are ready to go.
There you go. He's ready to travel. And Dave, how about yours?
Whenever I have to go somewhere, they'll be ready.
Show the pink guys.
Oh,
me, I'm all ready for.
There you go. One gray guy and one green. You have 2 green at least.
Wow, you got so much orange. Where did you get them?
Layout.
He's got 6 orange there, and the rest are yellow.
Thanks, Dave. Right there, 6. Like one of my good friends sent them to me. It was very nice.
Yeah, I don't think any classic space characters are easy to get in anywhere in large quantities unless you really want to pay for them. And that will be more the orange and the.
Sorry, go ahead.
The green ones. No, I was just saying the recent ones you can maybe still get in quantity. But
no, the white ones are hard to get now, and in good condition, because the last bunch of lots that I bought, they have to be retro brighted. Because they're pretty bad. Yeah. And I have to use the stickers that Jeff and I always get off that guy, Brick Sticker Shop, because it's just basically a red thing. There's no gold at all.
I don't have any here.
Brick Sticker Shop all the way. You want to restore your minifigs?
Brick Sticker Shop.
Sticker on it.
Not sponsored by Brick Sticker Shop.
We're not sponsored by Brick.
Nope.
And Mr. Sensier, you have a nice T-shirt.
I know.
And Dave Cowdace has one too. He's got the Classic Space logo, so just a tiny one.
And you have to have a Fleabnork just because we're a Fleabnork nation.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
we'll slap that. Yeah, I couldn't kill it. Oh, anyway. So back to the topic at hand.
Yes, sorry for the
distracting us with classic space figures. So, is it a good idea for Lego to have multiple colors of the same set available to purchase, assuming this goes worldwide? Would you be interested in that if they came out with a set and had it in a few different color variations?
The dinosaur would be cool because that kind of could be different colors. And the Fiat, because it's a car and cars come in different colors.
For sure. Like
vehicles. Fire station? Like why are you repainting a fire station?
Well, the fire station is actually it's not a repaint. It's actually
a redo.
It's a redo. They've changed out some parts, modernized it a bit. And like I know for this bigger one, this used to be a hot dog cart.
Oh yeah.
It's like what they've been doing in Star Wars for like the past 10 years. It's a
Yeah.
re-release.
A re-release.
An existing kit with just a few modifications in it.
Yeah.
So you're getting another X-wing fighter or another TIE fighter.
And I did also read on this one in particular. I did also read that they modernized the engine. The current fire line has the butter yellow stripe in it, so they've added that stuff in, so it brands well with the current sets. And I mean, they don't have a fire station right now, so might as well, if you're going to have one, you might as well put one out there at least.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see any bad with it. And I mean, going back to the cars, we can just throw this off for now. Going back to the cars, I mean, like, I would love to get that dark blue Mustang. Give it to me in dark green or dark red or something like that, or whatever.
There's not an issue with it. I think
like iconic colors you can have in some of these cars, right? Like the Porsche set. Like if the Porsche came out in a few different colors, that'd be kind of cool too. Whatever the iconic colors are for that car. So.
There's some benefits. There's some benefits for first of all the collectors, because if you're like Dave said, if you're collecting cars, then you will want to have both those Fiats in both of those colors. So that's a plus for you. And if you're a builder, like you said, Jeff, you will want as many elements as in many colors as you can possibly get. So.
Yeah, I mean, I might not buy the sets, but I would definitely buy the parts. So, for example, that Fiat color, like all those blue colors are now available on Bricks and Pieces. They're at least listed. A lot of them still had zero prices when I checked last night, but it is possible that shortly they will actually get availability on some of them. So, if I can get some parts that way, I don't know if I'll ever build in that color, but it's like I know that there's color out there. That color's out there, and I think I might want it. So, do I spend the money and buy it? Like, I don't know.
But we'll see what happens. But the marketing guys have been right.
It all depends on how they're going to market. They're going to market that to the public. I mean, if you're re-releasing all the same set in different colors at the same time, that means you have to buy like 4 or 5 different sets to get them all at the same time. But if you're like spreading all those colors on different releases, well, that could be an advantage.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I was looking with Janie and I were looking last few days ago. We were going through all the sets from 2001, and in Brickset there's 800 plus entries of sets now of items. Now, some of them are books and stuff at the end, but there's easily 700 items currently in the database. Some of the things aren't released, and it's just like a little gray square with modular name or whatever. Like there's a modular that hasn't been released yet. But that's probably in January.
Star Wars set that's supposed to be.
There's a UCS Star Wars set as well. Yep. So I mean, there are sets that still haven't come out, and I mean, those are going to get filled in the next few months, obviously, as well. I'm pretty sure there was a Batman spot in there that just got filled, or 2 of them that just got filled up this week. But I mean, if you already have like 700-800 sets, or let's say 700 sets, just for more accuracy, maybe. And mind you, a lot of those are like magazine inserts for the UK magazines, which we don't get here either, but that's a different story. But yeah, I mean, if you already have that many sets, there's no way a collector can collect all those unless they're like extremely wealthy, right?
Yeah.
Or extremely crazy.
Or extremely rich that you don't.
Or extremely rich, yes. And I'm not sure which one of those describes Abner, but he's not watching this, so we're probably okay. There's always rumor that he has most sets, so anyway. But we love him anyhow.
I think he's extremely rich and extremely crazy.
Well, yeah. So what kind of, like, I don't know, like, this one to me is just, it's one of those. I get why they're doing it. I mean, it's a cheap way for them to put more sets in the market. Even if they have to go through some review, they don't need the amount of time to design. All they need to do is say, swap colors.
Yeah.
Hopefully we have all those colors. If not, well, sure, we can make a couple of pieces in these colors to make sense. Like we saw a couple of dark orange pieces, that 2x4 brick, that was all for the one dinosaur. It doesn't cost them a lot to add. It probably doesn't cost them a lot to add a new piece into their menu of pieces, right?
Yeah.
And it probably costs them a lot less than making new sets, like designing new sets. So what set that they've had out in the world in the past 20, 30 years that doesn't include monorail track or things they can't build anymore, Dave. And that goes for both of you. That's why I just said Dave. But what set would you like to see re-released in a new color? Is there something you'd want to see?
Well, Jeff, you mentioned the Mustang. I think Mustang would be
Mustang would definitely be something in multiple
would be
colors.
a hit in different colors, especially
dark blue,
red, or
it's already in dark blue, Dave. It is
dark blue. Blind.
It's already done, but if you put out a red one, that would be awesome.
Black.
They'd have to be different colors for Dave's eyesight. Yeah, black would be nice. White even.
Yeah,
white with a black pinstripe.
Yeah.
But I was kind of thinking like Cafe Corner.
Ooh,
why not go old school and bring back the first modular? I mean, we're coming up to the 15th anniversary soon, I think. Let me just see what Cafe Corner came out. But bunch of seconds.
I think it was before we went to Brick World.
Well, I think it was 2008 or 2009, but I'm just verifying right now.
There's a lot of creator kits that you could just recolored and
exactly, yeah.
And there's probably a lot of city theme sets that you could just
2007. So 2022 will be the 15th anniversary.
Wow.
So I mean, technically, this year, maybe this Christmas, they're technically releasing the 15th anniversary set. So, who knows what that will look like. But I mean, to have, and let me just pop it up on the screen here because we can do that. To have this set come back out in a different color, or maybe not as a hotel, but as something else. And hey, we do this now. Why not put interiors in it now? Because the original one never had an interior.
Yep.
So make this into a different building instead of a coffee shop and a hotel. Make it into I don't know, something else, a bookstore.
Yeah, and you could probably ask a little more than what you used to sell it for.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're looking at the price right now, $2,702.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you. $2,700.
So probably a few AFOL collectors will gladly pay up to $300 for a redesign of that set.
Yeah. Axle plate that said police station all in green. Yeah, for sure. There's like lots of different color combinations you could go for. Now, obviously, I'm saying maybe for a 15th anniversary, take this set and rebuild it, not as a color swap, but as a revise or whatever. Have it or even have this part of a 2-building collection maybe. Because the 10th anniversary, we got a building and a half. Like we got 48 studs wide modular, right? But I mean, just the thought of taking something that used to be out there and recoloring it to make a new set. I mean, technically the possibilities are endless for that, right?
That'd be awesome.
And again, they wouldn't really be out of pocket. They just have extra barcodes, extra SKUs on the market. But if they're doing this all online anyhow, it's not like you're going to see it much in a Walmart or a Target or those type of stores. I mean, it could be online exclusives. I'm just actually thinking back to the My Own Train years ago.
Oh yeah,
everybody remembers.
That was
Lego did this as a pilot. Well, that was a real project that they did back in 2000s. And they basically had a train car, or they had a train engine, and I believe they just threw in whatever color it was available in 5 or 6 colors. I think it was 5 colors. And basically, when you ordered the set, they would I think someone picked the parts and said, okay, here's all the black parts that are the base of it. Put that into a bag, and you ordered blue, put the blue into a bin, and there you go. Like it wasn't a regular set box. Is that right, Dave?
It was a white box, wasn't it?
It was a white box, yeah. So I think it was assembled at that point, where they just took the whatever color you wanted and throw it into a box, and there you go. It also made it a little bit hard because a lot of the set numbers weren't on it, and it was hard to keep track of what's what. But that's a different story. But I mean, like that kind of modularity, like it's something that could easily be done.
And we all know that everything is digital right now. All the instruction and all the so you just have to recolor everything and
color swap on a computer, done.
And
again, if they have to change a few parts, then you still have to do that as well, or they end up making the parts. But But yeah, I'm like it. I could see it happening. I'd also love to see like some other things get done. Like in a conversation I had the other day, someone had mentioned the current 3-in-1 creator houses.
Yeah.
Like all those little ones that they've had over the years for 3-in-1 creator. I mean, you could do color swaps on those quite easily as well. Like, I'd also like to see, and I'm just thinking this is again new set, like 15th anniversary. Give us like an apartment building or something, and have them available in a few different colors. That they could do a color swap on that, so you could buy 2 or 3 and still have different, same design, different colors. It would kind of like look nice.
Looks like downtown for a train layout. Be perfect.
Yeah,
and that could be a great modular set.
Yeah, exactly. And if
With
it's got
colors.
levels,
Yep.
right? Like if it's the same base, you could basically buy a bunch of them and pile them on top of each other and create yourself a skyscraper.
Yep.
That can look out over the Daily Bugle and they'll be like, "Hi down there," because it's taller. I don't know. But
well, we'll get Jonathan Lopez to design one. That's perfect.
yeah, there you go. I don't know if we can afford Jonathan, so I'm guessing he's probably a high rate these days for, he is a Lego artist.
I love his stuff so much. It's just the best.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's amazing stuff for sure. So yeah, I don't know. Any other thoughts?
It's a win. I'm just saying the sales guys obviously know what they're talking about most days.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. And I mean, the whole test market stuff, I think that's just, they don't want to release it to the world because it costs a lot more money. So let's test it in our market
first.
Yeah. And I mean, yes, there's like EU, or there's tax laws and stuff in the UK, and that's why they're kind of keeping it within the UK.
We'll never be a test market up here in Canada. So it's just, we're always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Well, Dave, I wouldn't say that because, in the early days, Samsonite was here and.
Well, we had Samsonite.
Yeah. That was a test market as well because we had sets that weren't available anywhere else either. So.
They were just designed by Samsonite. It's not a test market. They just built whatever they wanted. That's great.
Yeah, for sure. Like, for example, I could show you a Samsonite set. I showed this last week, but since I don't really have my own Lego room collection, I know this is here.
I remember that one.
A Samsonite can. I've never seen this one until I actually came here. Let me try and get it on the camera.
I remember that one. I've seen that one in catalogs back in the days.
So I'm trying to. What's the year on this one? Is there a year?
Probably 1976 or 77.
Yeah, I'll pull it up in a second.
What are the figs? Are the figs are no arms, right? No moving parts, right?
No, they have arms.
They're armed.
Well, then that's after 1978 then. Because
that's at least, well, yeah. Hold on, I'll look it up, 575, because luckily I have a computer right beside me that I can type the numbers in. 575. So it says.
I think one of my neighbors had that set.
I know one of my Lego friends has that set.
Because you're holding it.
Here we go, 1978. Canadian version.
Honestly, it looks like a smarter older brother of the original Coast Guard set that had the no arms, no legs. The moving arms. I got that one. I got like 4 copies of that one here.
So hold on. Let me just go back to this. Because I just thought this is the non-Canadian version. Which is 575-1, and then there's the Canadian version 575-2.
See, again, we're number 2. Like, no, that's not right. We're number 1. Swap them out. Tell Brick Set that Canada comes first, never comes before the US. Swap it out.
All right, Dave. You get on that. Let us know how it goes.
We're 10th of their population.
But we're better than them, so it kind of evens out.
Yeah.
1 Canadian equals 10 Americans. Period. There you go. That's no perfect.
Yeah, I don't know that they'd agree with that, Matt. But
it doesn't matter.
And for the record, this is not my set. I'm at Janie's house, one of our Lego friends, and she has a collection of some older. Well, that one at least.
And the opinions expressed by Dave do not reflect the opinions of Canadian
the country of Canada. And yes, see, we are earlier in the alphabet, so we should be first. But
see,
we are on top.
Another reason why we should be first.
I was gonna say technically we're on top, but Alaska is kind of on top of BC, so or the Yukon.
Yeah, but we own the Arctic Circle, so we're at top of everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. Or if you're on this, well, if you're on the South Pole, then I guess we're at the bottom of everybody. Depends on your point of view of the world, right? So yeah, I'm not sure.
Dave for president. Woohoo! Vote for Dave. Vote for
Wait,
Pedro.
we don't have a president. So Dave for prime minister. We are going to have.
And Dave's a little late for the current election, I think.
Yeah,
That's
he
okay.
is.
I'm stepping right out of it.
Yeah.
I'm just like not even paying attention now.
Oh, hey, look, my sister's here, so I guess we should wrap it up, right?
Hi, Yvonne.
Hi, Yvonne.
We just finished talking about our topic for tonight, Yvonne. So now you're driving and you're
We're already ready. We're done.
Ramble.
That's it.
Well, okay, I don't know. Are there any other sets you want to talk about in that you want to see a recolor?
That's it.
I mean, obviously Dave's vote is for 575.
I don't have that one. I have the non-moving arms and legs one. Because that came with a really cool base plate. It came with one of those flat base plates with the studs around the edges.
Oh yeah. But this one's a little too modern for you, I guess, right?
Well, I like the old things.
Yeah.
But look, it has the gray air tank.
Does it? Oh yeah, he's got the gray air tank. Good point. Hold on. Woo.
Great
And all the old gray space. I bet you that's old gray too.
Oh, of course it'd be old gray. That's the best.
Yeah, I know. I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, okay, sorry, I wasn't picking up your sarcasm.
So yeah, actually, Axel's got a question. Anybody going to see Shang-Chi this weekend? It comes out tomorrow. No, I'm not either. But
I haven't even seen.
I just finished Loki yesterday.
Loki's great, eh? No spoilers for anybody else.
Yeah, but I kind of didn't understand what happened at the end.
You have to watch it once or twice. But,
yeah, there's a whole story there. I didn't understand it at first. I had to watch a few.
episodes you have to watch twice.
There's a gentleman called Emergency Awesome on YouTube.
He's great.
And I follow him, and he does reviews of them, and he's a comic book guy. Like, he knows comic books, and he does give you a lot of background.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna check that out because kind of.
He's one of my favorite YouTube channels.
He was late yesterday, but I didn't quite understand what was happening at the end. So,
and it's just, I think it's kind of a universe reset type thing that they're kind of doing. Possibly.
Axel.
Sorry, Con War. I'm not really sure what's going on either to 100%, but I know it's a character, and like I know it's a character. How about that?
It's going to develop into a bigger character in the MCU.
Yeah.
And my next step is watching What If. So
yeah, I haven't started What If yet myself. I would like to say to my kids this weekend, hey, what if we watched What if? Yeah, because I really do want to watch it. I'm
just disappointed that they didn't get the original character actors to play the voices and the characters in the cartoon.
Yeah, they did.
Some of the characters they did.
Jackson.
Well, some of the characters they did, and they got beat up for it because actually Sebastian Stan was criticized for his voicing of the Winter Soldier in the comic. What If?
Interesting.
I'll have to watch it then because I saw the commercials and it didn't sound like Samuel L. Jackson doing Nick Fury.
Yeah. I don't think they got everybody back, but they did get some of them back.
Okay.
And I did hear that T'Challa was the guy who played Black Panther. It was his last. They actually got him to do it, and it was his last one of the last things he did.
Good, because he's solid. I like him.
So that will be a sad episode. I don't think that one's out yet, right?
And I also started watching Star Trek Lower Decks.
Oh,
the second season.
Every episode as soon as they dropped it. I love it. I adore it. It's my
it's great. I watched the first. I just devoured the first season, and I haven't started the second season. I watched it yesterday.
TV shows ever. Like, and you have to be a really huge Trekkie or not even care about Star Trek. I love it. I think it's fantastic for a half-hour cartoon.
And it's so in tune with the rest of the Star Trek universe, and
they make
there's all these Easter eggs in it.
There's no sacred cows at all. It's just they make fun of everything. It's awesome.
I'm a couple episodes behind, but I will catch up this weekend, I think. I got like no TV watching done this past week. It was kind of sad, but at the same time, I had great company.
Something.
I did. I built the. See, this is what happens when you don't tune in at the beginning of the show.
I'm sorry, I had a meeting.
I built the Monkey Kid white jet set, and I just can't think of the name of it. And I built the Fiat 500.
Oh,
and the light blue.
And I no, not
See,
light
that's
blue.
why you did.
You said light blue,
TV
didn't you say
time,
light
you
blue?
got building
I
time.
built the yellow one, Dave.
The yellow one. Sorry, I have to go back and rewatch this. I was trying to be good
Yeah.
and actually say, look, I
Dave
was
was
paying
too busy thinking of something else.
This,
Betty White's going to be 104 months.
Okay, that's not who I was talking about you thinking, but that doesn't surprise me, Dave.
oh, Dave.
So this is a 1976 set for the record. I just so they are pretty close.
I'm telling you, that was very close because I got
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
It's honestly insane how close they look.
Huh.
It's
Yeah.
like they reskinned it.
Yeah, they just added figurines with arms.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
about
well,
it.
and they changed the color of the helicopter. It
They
was
changed the
white now.
colors, but
So, okay, for all you people out there, thank you, David. You just made our point. For everybody out here complaining about the recoloring things, Lego's been doing it since 1976. Well, 78, I guess. But mind you, this was Samsonite, the Canadian division. Don't blame them. Anyway, they're no longer around, so don't blame us Canadians either. But it has been done in the past.
I was so happy I got a tour of the plant out there in Stratford. When
and like we said, they already been doing re-releases of existing set. If you look at the Star Wars line, there's a bunch of
every couple
X-wing
years,
fighters and
TIE
fighters that just look alike. They just change a few pieces in there, added a few pieces here and there, and it's the same set.
Just saying, Dave. Just saying.
Ed the Sock.
Dave, I Axel Plate mentioned I did release a video yesterday on. Well, I wouldn't say it was a great video, but I did a video yesterday on the Lego haul I got last week. I found a few minutes over the week to kind of show what I bought and spent way too much money, and probably going to place another order in the next few days as well because there's new parts available.
And did you guys order anything today? I know Dave did.
Nope.
Because you went to a Value Village and found a big 30-pound lot for $5?
But I got a bag that I have to wash and store it in my collection. Yeah, every time I go to Value Village, I find Lego. So I don't know. I don't tell you.
every time I see, it's the exact contrary for me. Every time I go to Value Village, I don't find anything at all.
So I went a couple of weeks ago after watching one of Dave's videos, and I found 5 or 6 bags that were $10 a pop, but they didn't really have anything good in it. It was mostly basic bricks, so I was like, meh. But I'm pretty sure that at least the most Value Villages probably have a big bin of Lego in the back, and they just like scoop. We need some more stock, right? Dave's coming back with the bag.
I haven't even opened it yet because I have to wash it. But this is the bag, $9.99. It's almost 100% Lego, and it does say Gravedigger, but I don't know if that's part of a Lego set. But
well, there was a Gravedigger recently, but
yeah, I got it for Josh. I liked it, so it's not the same one. But we were walking around, and so we got it anyway. Just so I can keep on making the point that every time we go, we find Lego.
Yeah. New sets yesterday or today, no, but 2 days ago we went to our local Mastermind Toys. I don't think they have those. Are there Masterminds in Quebec?
Nope.
No. Okay. Yet. So it's an Ontario chain for sure. I don't know if they're. I think they're West Coast as well. Yeah. But we went in on Monday and they had a few of the sets. They had the advent calendars out. I bought a box of Marvel What Ifs, like the Marvel figs, already. So I've already opened them a few days ago. I didn't do a video or anything. I was just happy to get them. And just way too busy doing other Lego stuff that I just didn't have time to do anything with them. But I've got them, so I'll build a base in the next few weeks, and I still have to do the Looney Tunes as well. So maybe I'll do a video on those. I don't know. My sister's now at work and saying, "So Dave, when is the next Lego video storybook coming out?" I'm assuming it's coming out.
That was a big hit this week.
Yeah, I heard it because I was sitting downstairs and I heard Dave because someone else was watching it very loudly in my upstairs. So I haven't watched it yet, but I will. I previously heard the story live and in person, but I do want to watch the video storybook. So Dave, are you doing another one? Because apparently my sister.
I don't have any more. Well, I could certainly dig up more stories.
Oh,
but this was a good story. I got my little diver here, so it's just like scuba diving into the depths.
Into the depths.
I wanted to do that so badly, and I finally got around to actually making a few moments to build the set and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. It was a great story, and the simple fact that that actually happened just still astounds me to this day. So I have to stop laughing in my videos too, because it's like I'm here in my room by myself, and what am I laughing at? My own humor is whatever.
So Axel, in case you didn't get it from that, Dave has his own YouTube channel, which is probably, you know what? I'll throw it in the chat here anyhow as we're talking. Dave has his own YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, you should, because it's fun.
1701.
Sparky 1701. He talks a lot about stuff, and he likes going on little tirades about stuff, but it's still kind of fun.
Tangents.
He talks a lot.
Okay, a little bit of tirades.
Yeah, he talks a lot. That's for sure.
I do,
but we love him anyhow.
Thanks for putting up with me.
And I'm just grabbing. Sparky 1701 is his username.
I usually put a like on your video after watching 10 minutes of them.
Apparently, I'm too loud. I just had the door closed. I put the link in the chat for Dave's videos. Subscribe to him if you haven't, because he really is all about the subscriptions. I tell you.
Yeah, everything about he talks about his subscriber all the time.
All the time. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. What?
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, I see it in every video.
And but yeah, anyways,
his goal is to become an influencer.
Yes.
I can't even influence myself, so there's no way I'm influencing anybody else.
Well, you influence people to do the dishes and make dinner, according to my sister, because that's what she was doing. So there you go. Influencing people day after day.
Thanks, Yvonne. It was fun to make, and I really wanted to say it. And I actually brought my GoPro on the dive with me, but somehow it didn't take good video. So it's like I lost all that. So it's like, oh well.
You lost it, or you lost the you didn't lose the GoPro?
No, I didn't lose the GoPro. The video was somehow wasn't recording. It's the first time ever. Like, I've had a GoPro since like 1.0, and I've never had this before. Like, the entire video was like crap. I'm going, what? And the one video I needed an actual video. Hey, look, there's the phone in my hands working at 10 feet of water. I go, this is going to be awesome. And I play in the video. Son of a pup.
And this is the actual video he's referring to. I just threw it in chat too. So I still have to watch it myself, even though technically, Dave, if you got those stats, which I don't think you did, I already technically watched it because it was watched on my account, but I haven't seen it yet.
That's
so good. I'll watch it twice just to.
It's just me going on.
Well, I know.
And you're used to it.
Yeah, we're used
to it. But we love your stories, Dave. We
Thank
do.
You.
We do. Even after the fifth time we've heard it.
I love you. I really love you.
And go buy his book.
And you know what else, Dave? I have to say, sometimes I listen to your videos and I get this feeling that I just don't know why. But yeah,
I'm a good cure for insomnia. That's perfect.
There you go. What's my sister saying? Waiting for.
She wants David Sinclair to have a channel.
Yes.
Yeah, but if I get a channel, it's going to be all in French. So
there you go.
Well, get the subtitles going though. That's perfect.
There you go. You know what? We could just write "ba ba ba ba" at the bottom of all the
Je ne parle pas français.
Because that's what your shirt says.
Je ne parle pas français.
I'd rather see Dave build some stuff than start a YouTube channel.
I'm just joking. Because I'm building stuff.
Well, yes, you're building stuff, and I'm going to start building stuff again this week.
I'll probably build something tomorrow, because tomorrow all the kids are off to school.
Aliens are invading.
Yeah.
I'll be home alone, so probably gonna have.
Did you say
I have a project I want to do. So,
did you say tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday? I mean,
tomorrow.
Your kids go to school tomorrow in Quebec?
Yeah, actually, the school started on Monday here in Quebec.
Oh, okay. Sorry, we start next week.
Yeah, we start Wednesday now because Tuesday's a PA day, and Monday's holiday.
Maybe in your board, but ours start Tuesday. As far as I know.
Tuesday, I think Sandy says just start.
It's been a few years since a few years ago. School started a week before Labor Day.
So you're saying it would be a good week to go to Quebec this week because there's a lot of families around and could have gone to wow.
All those rides with no lineup, Steph.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Oh well. Anyway.
See you, Levy. See,
Well, I mean, I'm glad you've had a break for the past few days then. No kids?
Well, not really, because like I said, my youngest just started kindergarten. So
Yeah.
it's a progressive entry into school.
Yep.
So the first day was like an hour,
Yeah.
and yesterday was just half a day, and today he had the whole day off.
Okay.
And tomorrow he's doing a whole day. So
Okay. Wow. So he'll be tired tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's cool when they first get to school. I mean, it's cool when it's even their 9th or 12th year going to school, because it's like they're in the house.
Yeah, but my wife just realized on Monday she was heading to work, and my wife is actually runs a daycare service in Laval, and for the first time in 14 years she was alone in the car going to work, because previously she had either one of our kids in the car with her going to kindergarten and to do the daycare, and now she's all alone. Nobody's going to daycare.
Do they have Quattro at the daycare? Do they need Quattro at the daycare?
They actually have Lego.
Okay.
There you go. Dave's been trying to pawn off his Quattro for a while.
I'm just saying, I got 2 totes of Quattro that I'm trying to think about what I'm going to do with, because they're just taking up. Josh has really outgrown it.
Yeah.
Really now. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the Quattro.
Well, I mean,
if you want to give them away, Dave, I'm sure my wife can find some use to them.
Oh yeah, exactly. You just need a reason to go to Quebec. Maybe a show in November.
Maybe a show.
Well, not gonna happen this year, but probably next year.
K-Lug, we're gonna do a show with K-Lug for sure. I just want to get out there.
Yeah, for sure.
We want to get out there too.
Yeah, everybody wants to get out everywhere.
I would say that's the one thing
Jeff wants to cross the border.
I do.
Just reminding our
I do, but like the last show we did was in March of last year, maybe before, Jeff.
It was February for you guys, wasn't it?
February, I mean.
You did one in February.
Yeah, you came.
No, I didn't go to that one.
And you came to my Mississauga show.
I came to which?
The Hamilton's show, the Steam Museum show.
Yeah, that was earlier. That was the year. Yeah. That was before. That was
summer before.
The summer before. Yeah.
Yeah. So February was the last show I did.
Had I known that would have been the last show we'd be doing for many years, then maybe I would have gone.
You guys my last show was actually Bricomanie back in November 2019.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 3 years.
3 years.
We did February 2020, and the breakout had already started in China, but it hadn't reached Canadian shores yet, really. And there was a few people that were whatever, and we didn't think it was going to be bad, so we had the at the International Center. Mm-hmm. And it was Family Fun Fest with Kevin and Toro Lug, and I tagged along with them, and I had it was now that I'm thinking about it, it was very poignant, because I had a lot of talking to the public, because the first time we did Family Fun Fest, we were too busy trying to keep the kids from trying our stuff and breaking it.
Get away. Yeah.
The second time, because we had the big huge barriers up, it was awesome. And then it was because this happens usually every time you get the 40-year-old with their little kids now, because people start late now with the kids, right? So they had the 6-year-olds dragging them around, and the guy sees the Lego, and he comes over and he goes, and the little kid's not interested at all, which is odd, but he's coming over and he's asking us all these questions and whatever, and I loved it, and I really had a good weekend. And then a week later we're in lockdown. So it's like, holy moly, horrible. It's like, huh.
So I just remembered Dave Sincere, you were talking about the large gray base plates that were on sale for $11. I actually bought some today, finally, because I on a related note, I bought 4 more for my castle layout, and I've actually kind of started rejigging the idea of the layout, just because it was going to be too big. So now I'm actually building a hexagon shaped castle with hexagon shaped towers.
Oh,
there you go.
So that's kind of what I'm going towards.
Go, Jeff.
Still trying to figure that out, but that's going to be this week as well. Hopefully, get a little bit more work on that. So we're at an hour and a half. I think maybe we'll call it, since we, ran out of things to talk
lovely
about.
show though.
Or we can let Dave talk for another. No, anyway. If you want to listen to Dave talk for 30 minutes
Insomnia.
and a very enjoyable conversation with himself,
Cure for insomnia, right here.
the link is that way in the chat for Dave's channels. But it's fun. I enjoy watching Dave's stuff. I usually have it on as background during my work, and I'll listen, and every once in a while I'll look over and see what he's been doing. But yeah, it's fun. Boring. So I think we'll start.
Your reviews of the smaller sets were great.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm making fun of him because
because we go back 30 years.
And Dave has 30 years worth of stories. So no, we don't go back that far, do we?
20 years.
No. Yeah, 20 years. 22 years, I guess.
22 years.
99. Yeah.
You made it in 99?
I started Lugnet in 99.
Oh.
I started in Lugnet. And we met probably in 2001. I don't know when it would have been.
Probably at Mel's.
Yeah, it was at Mel's, but I just don't remember remember what it was. My sister's asking for story time. Go to Dave's channel. He's got a backlog.
RTL 3 and 4 is when we met.
Yeah, Dave's got 400 plus videos of story time. So
yeah, going back to when YouTube started.
They're not all illustrated in Lego, but
no. But if you want something to do, not Dave, but other people, illustrate your videos to make illustrated videos for Dave's Lego. There you go.
Yeah.
So, actually, I have to sleep apnea. I wear CPAP. I'm not sure where that's coming from, but I do too.
The cure for insomnia. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. That beats talking to Dave. But if you did put Dave on as well, that might help. Okay, I'm done bugging Dave. So
bug away.
So we'll end the broadcast here, and we'll see you guys next week. I'll be back in my regular home, yeah, we'll see it. We're again into the school year by then too, so we'll probably have maybe a few extra people start joining in again as well. So we'll see you guys later. I'm hitting the button now, guys.